approximately 61 kilometers away from the Kampala city center, right in Luwero district. Luwero district harbors one of the contestants of the Ayute Africa Challenge, who was able to make it to the last round of the challenge. And this is Agushire app. We are here to see what they have done for the community and how they've impacted the livelihood of the smallholder farmers. Since Agushire Uganda is a digital innovation, we are looking at digitizing every process on Agushire, right from listing of resources to successful transacting. Yes. We also look at freeing and connecting of resources, or making linkage of these resources to farmers free, so that each and every farmer can be able to access these resources. We make sure that people get to know that you do not have to own something to have access to it. We have agents all over Uganda, all over the districts of Uganda. So those agents go on and do door-to-door movements, telling people what Agushire is all about and how beneficial it is to any farmer or any individual out there.
As agent who goes out, the investors in farming, Mr. Vega is the farmer. He showed him how he could download this app of Agushire so that he can request for a service, and he was having a problem with this drought. As per now, you can see a lot of sunshine. Many things have scorched out. So he's having a tomato garden.
Tonight, we are down to the top 6 finalists. Our search for Uganda's brightest agri-tech innovators takes us on a remarkable journey across the country to see how their ideas are applied to their communities, their support systems, and setups. The top 5 will take home a share of 100 million Uganda shillings at the grand finale of the Ayute Africa Challenge today. This is about empowering our youth through agriculture and technology to inspire them to cultivate careers that will create jobs, increase productivity, and change the lives of small-scale farmers across the country. Welcome to the Ayute Africa Challenge, Uganda edition. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another exciting episode of Ayute Africa Challenge, Uganda edition. I'm Fiona Bukuru, and let me recap for you our previous episodes. We've had 20 contestants coming down to 10, and only 6 made it to the last round of the challenge. Our 6 finalists are Divine Empowerment, a solar water pump, tomato grafting technology, Agushire app, a one-stop center for all farmers' resources, electric tractor, Auto Agritech, a digitalizing farming system, and Robrand cards for traceability of beef. In tonight's episode, the judges will assess the feasibility of the innovations as presented by our 6 finalists. Each contestant has been given the opportunity to demonstrate the existence and the influence they have had on the smallholder farmers in their respective areas of operation and regions in which they are situated. This challenge would not be possible without our co-organizers, Heifer International Uganda, in partnership with Mastercard Foundation. Special thanks to Ministry of Agriculture, NARO, and to our sponsors, NTV Uganda, the official broadcasters of the challenge, Equity Bank, Famnera, and RSM Eastern Africa. The youths are still battling up to see who takes home 50 million Uganda shillings. The challenge is still on, and tonight we shall be revealing who the winner is of the first runner-up, second runner-up, and of course we have a consolation fee. All that coming up in the next hour, happening at the World Gala at Sheraton Hotel.
Yes, thank you very much. Our participants for Our finalists, the IUT Challenge. Today, the final day where we want to see who actually takes the prize. And the first one up is Amanda Shadrach. Can we see what you have? And then we have a few questions from the judges. And then we'll take it from there.
Electric tractors like this are some of the things that people in Apache municipality are using to improve their livelihoods as farmers. Come to think about it, the cost of fuel today cannot allow smallholder farmers to have such a huge acre of land dug in just days.
In Apache here we made an agricultural hub where we do a number of operations including milling, threshing, transport, plowing, and then irrigation. So you find that we are deep into village because we understand these people cannot access such operations, and secondly, those that operate on fuel are expensive. That's why in the evening you'll find that there is a very long line here. People are moving 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers to come here because this looks cheap for them.
Those days we used to go to town, but this has brought the cost of transport. Nowadays we don't waste transport. Just pick your thing, so you come here, then you go back again. Actually, what I normally bring here is simsim, for simsim paste, then maize and sorghum, millet. It has helped the community so much, and people around the community here are very happy and they're very proud of it. And they like it.
So you find that for us here what we do is that we set up solar systems, that the ones that charge our batteries. We don't incur extra charges of buying fuels. So after they keep on charging batteries, as we keep replacing them. And so you find that even including the Odim machine also uses a battery. So we have charging stations. After charging our batteries, we put them into tractors, we put them into other machines, and they keep operating. So like the threshing machine can take around 15 minutes to thresh 5 sacks of maize. In the milling machine can take around the 15 minutes to also do 100 kilograms of maize. We have the Dodi machine which can take around the 5 to 6 minutes depending on the speed to mill a kilo, to do a kilo of Genox Dodi. And we also have the transport system that depends on what are you transporting, the load and the distance. A tractor can work maximum on 6 batteries. So converting it can take around 5 to 10 million.
I'm a beneficiary from this tractor. I'm and soya. I'm talking with my neighbors. I'm saying this tractor is very good. You can see mine.
In the future, when we get finances, we would also wish to extend this agricultural hubs to different parts of the country. So like islands where they cannot access electricity, and also transporting fuel to that side becomes expensive. So you'll find that setting a station where solar panels charge batteries will be more, and areas like Karamoja, where power is inaccessible to some areas. So you find that setting different hubs to different areas really impacts small-scale farmers, and also those that move around 20 kilometers to come here for milling and threshing. We can now still put a hub extended to them so that they find services accessible.
Just a question for me. I see the kind of energy required to push that little tractor. Can women actually use that to till their garden?
Okay, thank you so much. That tractor, the video was a bit long, that's why it was cut short. But it has what is called a potentiometer. A potentiometer is like automatic, you just set it and it moves by itself.
How many acres can you till per day?
Then it can till 3 acres maximum.
What do you need now beyond the money?
I need a market.
So is the innovation that you are selling the tractor or the agriculture hub?
Yes, so you find that that tractor has multiple applications.
where we are headed today. I want to welcome you to this great occasion. My name is Andrew Chamagero, Ndimuntuwa Wansi, and I believe so much in innovation. We are here today to celebrate the entire globe is relying so much on technology, such as artificial intelligence, remote sensing, geographic information softwares, virtual realities, drone technologies, and so much more. And this is the IUT Africa Challenge, the Uganda edition. Let's give that a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So we have been with innovators from across the country. We had 1,500 entries at the start. They kept dropping, and tonight we are yet to see the 5 finalists take away some bit of money and much more support that will be given to them in terms of capacity building. So that said, I want to welcome you to this great occasion, and without any further ado, I'm going to invite you to this occasion. You're so much welcome. Thanks for keeping time. Whoever is tweeting about this, the hashtag is IUT Challenge Uganda. And as that, we have our waitresses and waiters who are going to go around us. Please order for something to drink. We have started officially with our cocktails. I want to assure you, drink whatever cocktail you want, because we have few cars on the roads. It is only the rich ones who are driving. Cindy, fuel is at 6,000, 7,000, correct? Fuel is at 7,000, but we still had other people among us, and police came and helped us. They don't pay taxes and the fine. So the road is clear. Whatever cocktail you want to get, kindly order for it and have it taken, because we're celebrating tonight as we get to see who takes the grand final prize. It's going to be a very emotional night. That's why I told you, you need to tap your neighbor and you say, it's good to see you, and it's going to be a unique night. Thanks you so much for coming, and let's keep this conversation going. Those who are tweeting on your phones, you better be tweeting about IUT, but I would suggest, can we get off our phones and we talk with the people who are next to us? Sinyo, we are Africans, but you're on your phone. By the time we find the winner, you won't take a picture. So, we are blacks, and this is what brings us together. To the comrades from Kenya, karibu sana, and thank you so much for going to vote. But for tonight, let's have a lot more fun. Let's celebrate. Juice is going through, cocktails are going through. Have a friend on the table where you're seated, and later we shall start officially with the national anthems with our chief guest here. Thank you so much, and welcome.
We have watched this
Honorable Minister, you're so much welcome. This is our chief guest, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause as he comes in. The Minister, with all the busy schedule, to find time and sit with us and relate with us, it means quite a lot. You're so much welcome, sir. You're so much welcome, Honorable. Honorable, that is your table there. Protocol allowed us to put you there. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, now that the Minister is here, I request that let's have the national anthem sounded and the East African anthem sounded. Thank you so much. We can take our seats, ladies and gentlemen. This occasion is officially running I want to welcome you, all of you who have joined us from the different walks of life. This is the IUT Africa Challenge, the Ugandan edition. My name is Andrew Chawagero and I work with the Nation Media Group, in particular NTV Uganda, and part of our job is to turn on your world. Today, we're here to experience and to witness who takes the grand prize of the innovation in agriculture. Honorable Minister, just to bring you to speed, this challenge had over 1,500 entries and we kept on reducing them as per the mechanics and the tools we had. And tonight we are having the 5 best innovators in agriculture who are going to win grand prizes. And that said, I can't start officially without thanking our hosts tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for Heifer International. Heifer International was at the core of this to make sure that we become much more innovative. As a country that subscribed to the SDGs of 2030 and in our National Development Plan, Honorable Minister, it is pertinent that agriculture is at the core. And in this budget of this year, your ministry got the lion's share from what we saw. That means that innovation in tandem with that kind of commitment from the political wing is very pertinent, and Heifer came through to make sure that this happens. In the same way, let's clap for Mastercard Foundation. Mastercard Foundation, with their agenda with the youth, has never been relentless in times like this. We want to thank you so much, Mastercard Foundation, not only for this particular project, but other subsequent projects we have seen in the media and beyond, where you've come out so strongly. And one of our key partners, we had Equity Bank. We want to thank Equity Bank. Let's clap for them. This needs a lot of partners who are persistent. Equity Bank has been with us from day one. And again, we have Famnera, Uganda. Let's clap for Famnera, and I'll tell you why. Honorable Minister, we have a challenge of the market. Every now and again, when people are talking about markets, with Famnera, they get the farmers, they give them capacity building, they train them on how to harvest, and they give them the market. So that's a critical partner there. Let's clap for Famnera. Not forgetting our key other partner, that is RSM. So, you know, awarding in Uganda, especially for competition, had issues of trust. And we didn't want to be like the Kenyan friends of ours who had 100.05%. We had to get a very verified entity, that is RSM, Eastern Africa, to be our critical eye. All the results in this particular competition, they were audited, they were clarified and certified by that particular entity. Let's clap for RSM Eastern Africa. And to those that are going to be watching from home, a couple of you have been following and voting online. I want to thank you. But well, your vote today will only be counted by what the innovators did. Without any further ado, allow me to welcome our host tonight, and that is from Heifer International. Let me welcome Mr. Matovu William to come and officially open up this occasion. Round of applause for Mr. Matovu.
The Senior Vice President for Heifer Programs in Africa, sponsors of this event, contestants, invited guests, protocol observed. My name is William Matovu, and I work as the Country Director for Heifer International. We thank you and appreciate you, all of you, for honoring our invitation, and hence most welcome to the IUT Africa Uganda 2022 Award Gala. I wish to draw your attention that Heifer International as a non-profit organization, has been present in Uganda since 1982 and has so far reached over 6.2 million families in the country, almost touching each and every part of the country. Heifer's Uganda's 5-year goal is to help close to about 400,000 smallholder families, especially in the coming 5 years. And the manner of help is to ensure that we can support those smallholder farmers to enter the money economy as it has been articulated by government strategy. We work in an intentional manner to ensure that we work with those smallholder farmers to close a ring of income so that they can live a dignified life. Heifer's strategy has prioritized specific value chains which are of interest to especially Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. And these value chains include dairy, oilseeds, poultry, swine and horticulture as core anchor value chains that we want to focus on to work with the number of smallholder farmers that I've talked about in the coming 5 years. The aforementioned value chains are low barrier entry for women and youth, and we believe that they are critical in enabling Uganda to achieve the agro-industrialization agenda. At Heifer, we believe in programs that demonstrate scale, impact, and permanence, and partnerships. We note that in spite of Uganda's regional and global comparative advantage in agriculture, the country continues to import food and processed agricultural products. For instance, consumption of vegetable oils in Uganda is around 330,000 metric tons per annum, while local production is covered by about 28% of the country's requirements. In 2019, Uganda spent close to about $255 million to import edible oil. Hence, we need to grow our food system as a country. Much of the export earning from agriculture is from export of unprocessed raw materials. Given that nearly 3/4 of our population are employed in agriculture, there is room to increase export earnings, and the net benefit to the country will be significant. Rapid urbanization, aging farmer population, and the drudgery of farm work have depleted rural labor supply and left viable farmlands idle. Besides, nowadays, climate change has also further complicated the situation. We believe that there is need to adapt technology in our farming systems in a way that enables us to ensure that we can transform the agricultural landscape for the country. In addition, there is need to attract young people in the agribusiness space. One, because of the aging farmer, as I've noted, but also number two, to address the bulging young population for our country. We need to create jobs for these young people. In view of the above mentioned, in 2021, Heifer International launched the Ayute competition on the African continent. And Ayute basically is an acronym for agriculture, youth, and technology, because of the belief that we have that what then is required to be able to transform the continent's agriculture is to pull young people in that space, is to ensure that we can really introduce technology, and technology that is appropriate, that can be able to solve and address the challenges that our smallholder farmers are facing onto the continent. So we believe that this is an ambitious competition, and based on the results which we saw by running the continental competition, we cascaded it down to country level. And on the 16th of June 2022, the Ayute Africa Challenge Uganda was launched. The competition has attracted quite a numerous innovation from young people. And again, as the master of our ceremony has already indicated, close to over 1,000 entries were received. Those are great innovations that are coming from young people from this country. The ideas went through a robust vetting process by a panel of judges, as will be told later. And hence today, we are here to witness the top five awardees, or the top 5 innovators that came through this competition. The International Champion Competition focuses on youth-operated local startups that have launched their agri-tech businesses, especially in the last 3 years. Focus was on those innovations or ideas that address the smallholder challenges with a strong potential to scale and with a strong focus of a business approach. Further, the competition provides an opportunity for young innovators in Uganda to secure funding and be provided with the visibility which they need to scale up their agri-tech solutions so that they can reach millions of farmers, not just in Uganda, but Africa at large. The competition was intense and demonstrated the thriving and flourishing youth agri-tech community in Uganda. The candidates were evaluated based on their business models, the tech solutions they are providing, and approach towards problem solving for the smallholder farmer in Uganda, and their market fit. The innovation were validated, and potentially the ideas are able to generate revenue if at all they are taken to scale, and that they are more sustainable. One of the unique aspects of the competition was the emphasis on the commercial viability of the innovation that young people are bringing on board, and the ability to be able to stimulate production productivity within the agricultural space, but also to guarantee that that innovation is not going to die in the coming 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. So we thought out solutions that are practical and cost-effective to especially become the best awardees. To the contestants, and all the contestants who participated in the vet, you are all winners. It's not about the 5 top contestants. Your innovations have been noticed by an array of players within the agricultural space and the financial sector per se. And thus, please soldier on to realize your dreams for why then you came up to innovate some of those innovations that you brought on board. Beyond the competition, Heifer and the partners will continue to engage with you for purpose of incubating, for purpose of providing incubation services for the innovations that you presented, but also connect you financiers, and where it makes sense, invest in your innovation of businesses. To the winners, I'm sure the journey has been tough, but the hard work is just beginning. Use this platform that has been given to you through this competition to scale your innovation. Go out and inspire young Ugandans and Africans, because that's what the country needs, and that's what the continent needs. We need you to change the agribusiness landscape for our continent. And so we regard you as a very special human being in the journey that you've decided to walk. I take this opportunity to thank our partners on their UTEP Project 2022, specifically the Mastercard Foundation, the National Media Group, the Equity Bank, Famnera, RSM auditors, and importantly, the Ministry of Agriculture, Small Industry and Fisheries. Your support has been tremendous to make this challenge a success, and we look forward to engage in edition 2 in 2023. Special thanks also go to judges for their time, professionalism, hard work, and for judging contestants. And I'm sure beyond this competition, your doors will remain open to provide guidance to these young entrepreneurs so that they can continue to thrive and subsequently also motivate more other young people. Thank you very much for listening to me, and God bless you. For God and my family.
Thank you, Mr. Matovu. It is pertinent to re-echo that all participants who have been a part of this, they're not just going to lose out. Much more benefits comes to you. I want to appreciate in a special way other people who are in the room and they're tweeting about this. Kara, the legendary, I see you. I see Mathia, Nabawanda. Yeah, we're now on digital. Yeah. We have the slave farmer. The slave farmer, I see you. These are youths who understand exactly the conversation we're having. I see Fiona Bukulu and a couple of others. Among the top 6 we have tonight, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know that we have Brian Biaruhanga, 27 years of age, and Aina Rije, 26 years of age. Let's clap for them. Now, these two have an idea that is about digitizing the farming systems that help the farmers monitor their herds, the cows. That is one. We have another team, Caroline Naruwama, 25 years of age, and Chosi Mebo, 24 years of age. Let's clap for them. They're part of the innovators too. And to them, they have an application which is called the Agushire. It interconnects the mobile application, the websites, and the agents, especially to the farmers. And we have Mr. Segawa Mike Sally, 28 years of age. Let's clap for Mr. Segawa. This one has an idea of grafting tomato with technology. How he does it, you'll be shocked. We have Brian Natwijuka, 29 years of age. Let's clap for Brian. Brian's idea is about the silage production and the e-commerce for beef. His entire ecosystem is remarkable. And then we have Mande Sadrak, 28 years of age. This one has an electric tractor. Clap for him, guys. Let's show the love. These are innovators. Well done, Mande. And we're yet to see who takes it. And finally, we have John Charles Nwagaba, 34 years of age. He has a solar water pump that can pump to an estimation of 2 football pitches. This one is from Tororo. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I really love to work with a crowd that is calm and settled, and I want to invite you to our dinner. We are farmers, and farmers have their dinners in time, correct? So we are going to have our dinner for now. We're just going to go out, and these are our ushers here. They are going to usher us out, the ones you see wearing blue with a touch of green. Those are our ushers. They will take us out. Please go get your meal, come back and sit, and let's enjoy the evening together. Before and as you wait to join the line or the queue for food, please interact with the people on your tables. Get off phones. We are farmers. Today let us behave like one. Let's talk to one another. These ideas we share, you never know what becomes of them. Correct? So let's go for dinner, and later we shall proceed with the program. Thank you. Michael Woman, Jose Sachs. These ones are experts in what they call the soothing music. They're going to entertain us as we have our dinner. Special recognition to all the dignitaries with us. I see our MD, Mr. Omolo Johnson, our MD of NTV. Please wave to the people. This is our boss. That is our boss. And we have a Mr. Antale Timothy. That is our head of legal. Anytime you report a journalist of Nation Media, is the guy in the court. And we have other dignitaries who are here. Please let me know if you're here. I've seen a couple of them from Equity Bank and Heifer International and Mastercard. Michael, Owuma, and Jose Sachs. They're going to entertain us as we are having our dinner. So as they get on board, kindly, I request us, let's go out and we start to have our dinner because of time. In the interest of time, kindly, let's go have dinner. Michael Ouma and Jose Sachs. We can have just hang in there. We're going to have that more. Ladies and gentlemen, those who can clap for Michael Ouma and Jose Sachs. And that said, I'm sure we're all having dinner in a great occasion. I want to start off our program to run. In the interest of time, allow me to invite some of our key sponsors. And at this juncture, I'm going to welcome the NMG, that is Nation Media Group, our company secretary, Mr. Timothy Ntale, to come and address us.
Determination, focus, and above all, the zeal.
I have a passion for animals.
Stop feeling pity for yourself. Don't blame it on anyone. Stand up and do something. Farming is fun. Join us on this program and let's make the world we live in a better place.
You, the viewer outside there, don't you see it is just lively?
Art Seeds of Gold every Saturday only on TV.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our chief guest, Honorable Fred Wino Chakulaga, Mr. William Matovu, the country director of Heifer, and our other sponsors and partners, Equity Bank, Famnera, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. My name is Timothy Ntale. I'm the company secretary of Nation Media Group. I'm representing our MD, Mr. Tony Glencross. I'm here with Mr. Johnson Omolo, our head of TV, and I saw Miss Elizabeth Namaganda, our head of marketing. We bring you greetings from Nation Media Group. And mine is really to thank our partners, that is Heifer, Equity Bank, Mastercard, RSM, with whom we've worked on this project. They've demonstrated a great deal of excellency and creativity. If you go to the Ayute website, it says it's Africa's most ambitious agriculture competition, and I'm sure you'll attest to that because of what we are saying. This is the first time the challenge is coming to Uganda, and as Nation Media Group, it's right into one of our strategic objectives of being championing impact journalism. You heard Mr. Matovu say earlier that we had over 1,000 participants, applicants, and if you've seen some of the innovations that the participants have come up with, these are things that we never imagined. Some of the things we never imagined we would see. We have quite a number of agricultural products as Nation Media Group. You've just seen Seeds of Gold. Seeds of Gold is a magazine, a farming magazine in Daily Monitor. It comes out every Saturday, and then it transitions onto NTV on Saturdays at 7 p.m. In conjunction with NARO, National Agricultural research organization. We also run farm clinics across the country. They are tagged Seeds of Gold Farm Clinics, and they focus on building capacity for farmers around the country in a wide range of enterprises in different regions of the country. The last one, we just come back from Kampala. We had one in early this month. And like I said earlier, mine is really to thank you all, to thank the partners, to thank the participants, and to congratulate those that are going to be awarded tonight. Like Mr. Matovu said earlier today, we are all winners. All the participants are winners. And we also welcome you, the different partners, the participants, to come into our spaces as Nation Media. NTV, Spark TV, KFM, Dembe FM, the East African, and of course Daily Monitor, which is celebrating 30 years of existence. So thank you all, and I hope we'll have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timothy Ntali. That said, I want to request the team on the other side of production. Let's watch a video about Famnera, Uganda. And as you're watching it, I want to welcome Mr. Julius Nyaika to come up here, that he is going to explain a couple of things about Famnera as it plays.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Minister, Heifer International, and all the other partners in the room. My name is Nyaika Julius. I'm the CEO of Famnera, and also now the country director, Famnera Uganda. So our background as Famnera, probably what we do is, as Famnera, we are an agriculture technology company that's applied blockchain to enable food exporters, ensure digital traceability, access farm inputs that are genuine and certified, and also boost export market linkages, while creating more job employment opportunities for smaller farmers in Uganda. I'll probably leave. Probably the MC can guide me. Should I be able to wait for the video to play? Okay, so let me continue. So since 2016, where we started our journey, we've been able to serve over, reach over 500,000 farmers, and directly served as customers up to a tune of 25,000 plus, and also been able to create over 5,000 jobs across the entire value chain, and also serve over 100 agribusinesses in the different value chains. Our journey, where we are moving in the next 3 years between now and 2025, we have embarked on the journey to serve up to 15 million across Africa, and be able to serve directly as customers up to a tune of 1.5, that's 10%, and be able to create up to 75,000 indirect jobs in the different value chains across Africa, and also be able to have 1,000 agribusinesses enabled on our platform, especially the exporters and importers, plus the farmers, plus the input suppliers. So why we are here in this challenge as part of the co-sponsors, our interest was to be able to enable the young people, because I know what it means, because I've walked the journey where I started with nothing, and we didn't have this in the room. where you could walk in and have an opportunity to have all these sponsors be in the house, where you have Heifer, you have Famnera, you have Mastercard, you have everybody, Equity Bank, and others that are able to give you a hand, and you have a stepping stone. And it was a tough journey, 7 years down the road. That's why it has taken us long to even consider to scale now. But now, with you people, the young people, you have this opportunity. We want to see, we as Famnera, that you don't need to spend more than a year or 2 years without actually scaling into another market. And that's why, because we are on the journey to cover 7 countries of East Africa between now and 2025, we want to work with you and also be able to have traction wherever we work with you. We shall be able to help you access the same customers that we're serving. So we are open for you to plug into our platform. For those that are innovatively producing food, you're going to have a free marketplace to trade on 24 hours to the global market. And those that have solutions that are enabling farmers, you are plugging into our blockchain system to be able to have traction in real time so that you can have those applications immediately used. So with that, I look forward. And those that are having inputs, I've seen some, like Segawa and others on the list. We're going to have you access market to the farmers that you want to serve as your customers. So with that, I wish everyone a happy evening, and I hope to engage with some of you here and be able to see areas of collaborations here and there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That is Julius Nika. In our midst, we have Honorable Sechitoleko Victoria. Good to see you, Honorable. Again, let's round of applause to Honorable. You know, when you have former ministers, former great brains in the agriculture sector, you can't just go unnoticed. Good to have you, Mama. And amongst us, we have other people who are looking at, well, real opportunities. Nyaika has alluded to something called real-time analytics. He has equally talked about access to market. And Honorable Minister, someone having a 1.5 million kind of traction when it gets to the markets, that is someone we should take very serious. When it gets to linkages, direct and indirect. And he has 75K e-direct jobs from Famnera. Now, these are the strategies we need as a country to make sure that the youth actually get into this. Honorable and the other technocrats in the room, this Ayute challenge is one of the entry points of the youth into the agriculture sector. Back in the day, someone to be in agriculture from the ministry and the other entities in agriculture, it was an old woman with a very dirty scarf on the head and a hoe. You saw those pictures? Honorable, with this new technology, me and my generation, we are going to be part of the industry, and believe you me, we are going to be proud of what we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we could not do this without a financier, someone who believes in the agenda. Farmers are not very good when it gets to record keeping, and they hate banks because of sign here, sign there, come back tomorrow, collateral. These things disturb us, the farmers. But a bank that chose to take a chance with us, without a ticket, rather without a passport, they said we can fly with you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the head of retail from Equity Bank, Mr. Kato George.
This great nation grows, we believe that we can grow together. Grow your ambition. Grow larger. Grow higher. Grow together. Equity.
Our guest of honor, Honorable Minister, our fellow partners, ladies and gentlemen, I'm called George, again Kato. I'm the head of business in Equity Bank. I'm here to represent my managing director, Mr. Samuel Chirubi, who has not been able to make it due to some engagement. On behalf of Equity Fraternity, I would like to congratulate the finalists this evening for coming this far. Please congratulate yourselves. You are the winners. Our UTE Africa Challenge Initiative falls directly under Equity Bank Food and Agriculture Pillar and Enterprise Development. Under the Food and Agriculture Pillar, the bank addresses the concerns related to Uganda agriculture sector in line with production, processing and marketing. The pillar executes its operation through 4 major key areas, mainly value chain financing, partnership, capacity building, and technology transfer. I was very, very happy to hear a young man who's doing electric tractor. Yes. Through our enterprise development, financial inclusion and innovations, Equity Bank seeks to support and create jobs for vulnerable and unserved households by supporting smallholder farmers through developing the agriculture sector. Equity Group, where Uganda falls, is a unique entity that understands the needs of a farmer, having been founded under the principle of banking and unbanked. Equity Bank Uganda, part of the Equity Group among its subsidiaries, we are so much proud that across Africa we are supporting over 2.5 million farmers. Equity Bank supports the young, and we've done this job not alone. We partnered with Mastercard Foundation, where to date, in the last 2 years, we've been able to support 7,500 youth who have been able to access finance from the bank to a tune of over 20 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, as farmers, business people are still struggling to come out from the effects of COVID-19, Equity Group has rolled out a plan of Africa Recovery Resilience Plan. This plan is of a total of 22.83 trillion. This fund has been put aside. It's a revolving fund that will target agriculture, manufacturing, trade, investment, service industry, mining, oil and gas, energy, hospitality, health, logistics, infrastructure, and transport. This is a revolving fund that will last for the next 5 years. This evening, as Equity Bank, I'm here to confirm our commitment in supporting the youth, in supporting the farmers, to ensure that they're able to grow, they're able to improve on the way they do their things. Ladies and gentlemen, as the bank, we commit to work with partners, all the partners in this room, to provide tailor-made services for the agriculture sector. That helps the farmer and helps everyone to improve and work and do what he needs. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to thank the organizers of this to bring this far. And I want to say all the people that participated, all the youth are the winners. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Kato. Your speech was very brief, and we strongly believe that when the farmers come, the bank will equally access and accelerate the credit facility in gesture. Thank you so much, George. Remember I told you that our host tonight is Heifer International, correct? And allow me to welcome Miss Retina Nabisubi, the International Uganda's partners on Ayute, the Digital Economy Lead and the Mastercard Foundation to come and address us. Let us give him a round of applause as she comes. This is Mastercard Foundation.
Honorable Winifred Chagulaga, State Minister of Agriculture, the Senior Vice President, Heifer International, Ms. Adesua Ifedi, all Ayuti sponsors and judges, participants of the Ayuti Challenge, and all distinguished guests. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nabisibi Renita. I bring you greetings from the Mastercard Foundation. Together with my colleague, Ms. Patience Byaruhanga, we're representing the country head, Mastercard Foundation, Uganda, who was unable to be physically present with us this evening. We are grateful for being part of this grand finale of the inaugural Ayuti Africa Challenge in Uganda, and thank Heifer Project International for organizing and hosting this event. For the last 6 years, Heifer International in Uganda, in partnership with Mastercard Foundation, has been implementing the East Africa Youth Inclusion Program. Livelihoods of 25,000 youth in Uganda and Tanzania by increasing their income through youth employment and enterprise development within the agricultural value chains. We are grateful and pleased to say that by June 2022, the East Africa Youth Inclusion Program had created over 30,000 businesses for young people, 18,000 of those in Uganda and over 12,000 in Tanzania. The program is contributing to our Young Africa Works strategy of enabling 30 million young people in Africa by 2030, especially young women, to secure dignified and fulfilling work. So of that 30 million by 2030, 4.8 million are going to come from Uganda. And we have a target of those 4.8 million, 70% of them are going to be young women. The Ayuti Challenge is building on our current work with Heifer International to support promising young agri-tech, specifically using technology to reimagine farming, build solutions for enterprise growth and resilience. The challenge is also providing a great opportunity for increasing the involvement of youth in agriculture, offering young innovators a chance to secure the funding and visibility to scale their ideas and ambitions. As part of our approach, we leverage technology to drive growth and enable entrepreneurs and small businesses to expand through access to financial services. Therefore, the Ayuti Challenge is an important platform for driving enterprise growth and job creation for young people in Africa. As Mastercard Foundation, we are pleased to be part of this initiative and pledge our continued support and commitment to supporting young people to access dignified and fulfilling work. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mastercard Foundation. Honorable, these figures, I don't know whether they're speaking to you. We had 1.570K And now here we are having more figures coming from Mastercard Foundation. I just stand for you to listen to your speech. Friends, some of you don't know how far this journey came from. Let's pay attention to the screen and we see their UT journey now.
The lives of the man on the ground, Omuntu Wawansi. Heifer International Uganda has embarked on this remarkable journey to address this problem by turning to the youth to innovate and unlock Uganda's agri-tech potential. Through our strategic partnerships with Mastercard Foundation, Nation Media Group, Equity Bank, Famnera and RSM East Africa, we embarked on a national quest to find Uganda's best agri-tech innovators that will impact the lives of smallholder farmers. The Ayute Africa Challenge Uganda edition is part of an ambitious continental drive to challenge the youth to combine their ingenuity with the many possibilities of emerging technologies that can support smallholder farmers to grow their business and income. We launched our campaign on the 16th of June 2022 with a nationwide multimedia campaign calling on all the youth of Uganda to submit their agri-tech innovations in a 2-minute pitch video for a chance to win a share of the 100 million, a first in Uganda.
As a challenge, it's meant to encourage young agri-tech innovations to scale their ambitions and their ability to deliver meaningful impact for farmers.
What started with local news coverage poured on social media with multiple outlets picking up the story and requests for radio interviews coming in. We also had friends on social media who joined in the rallying cry for the youth to take on the challenge. Sandra aka Slave Farmer and retired Assistant Inspector General Asan Kasinje joined the chorus to raise attention to this great cause. The response was enormous. We received 250 submissions by the closing deadline and more still kept coming in. We went through a rigorous process for getting the top 20 contestants who joined us at the National Crops Resources Research Institute, Namulonge, for our pitching session. It was time to take action on the road, and on the TV show, our 20 national finalists began by pitching their innovative work for a chance to make it to the top 10. Emotions ran high and contestants gave it a spirited fight, and our judges were impressed but had to make the tough choice. Took the show on the road and traveled across the country with our top 10 finalists to put their innovations to the test. Amazingly, revelations showed the true African spirit of ingenuity and persistence. We saw the connections our finalists had with the land, the people, and it was amazing to see this in motion. Tonight we are down to the top 6 finalists. Our search for Uganda's brightest agri-tech innovators takes us on a remarkable journey across the country to see how their ideas are applied to their community, their support systems and setups. The top 5 will take home a share of the 100 million at the grand finale of the Ayute Africa Challenge Uganda today. This is about empowering our youth through agriculture and technology to inspire them to cultivate careers that will create jobs, increase productivity, and change the lives of small-scale farmers across the country. Welcome.
So that's how hard the journey was. It was emotional indeed. Seeing a couple of them drop off. But at the end of the day, you have to find a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to welcome the Senior Vice President, Heifer Programs in Africa, Miss Adesua Ifedi, to come and address us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister, our fantastic partners, and most especially the listening to Mastercard's journey, listening to the other partners and watching the video. Everyone has said actually everything that needs to be said here today. So let me try to put some icing on the cake and also provide some context from Heifer's point of view. In 2020, when we all saw what happened in the world, we realized in Heifer Africa that it was no longer time for us to start having long, lengthy conversations about Africa's future and agriculture. We realized that if the world could change so fast and everything that we knew and understood could shift so quickly, it was time for us to take action and to begin to think about the future and see that the future is actually now. As we began to review some projects that we had participated in to empower young people across the agricultural sector, like the partnership with Mastercard, which spans 2 countries in the continent, we had a lot of learning as an organization. And that learning drove us to do a deep dive research, which we launched, the report on agriculture, youth, and technology in Africa. This report covered about 11 countries in the west, southern, and eastern part of Africa. But most importantly, it brought to light the fact that young Africans have always been seen as, if I pardon me to use this word, the continent's liability that we have to create jobs for so they don't get into trouble. But we realized that with a youth population of over 60% in the continent, we are sitting on the continent's biggest assets. Unfortunately, our processes have not caught up with the way young people need to have an enabling environment to transform themselves. So what the challenge was not the young people or their potential, it was the enabling environment, which was not yet getting to where it needed to be to support youth. As an organization invested in agriculture for over 75 years, having been in Africa for almost 50 years, 49 years now, we also realized that the average age of farmers is getting to over 60. And if the young population do not see agriculture as aspirational, then we are definitely heading for problems. You can see what happened with the war in Ukraine and how it has impacted the food systems. Imagine what happens when you don't have farmers. It is true that mechanized farming is catching up in the world, but Africa still has at least 2 decades before Africa can actually get to where anybody else is in terms of large-scale farming. So today, smallholder farmers and smallholder farming is still key to feeding the continent. And with that in mind, we looked at this challenge, the potential of Africa's youth to create jobs in agriculture, as well as the opportunities to support smallholder farmers with innovative technology. And we brought these 2 challenges together in an opportunity which we called the IUT Challenge. What we realized was that young people may actually be the solution to unlock opportunities for farmers by bringing in a whole new way of seeing and reinventing the industry. We realized that agriculture has been, in the Stone Age. Some people have talked about that already. But we can bring it into a new modern age where it can even compete with the attention young people are giving to entertainment industry in our continent. But for us to do this, we have to have skin in the game. We have to create an enabling platform that allows young people to see a reason to begin to think about agriculture, to begin to create ideas for agriculture. But not just that, we also needed to create an opportunity for investors who have invested in Africa and young Africans, but not in agriculture, in other sectors, to now begin to pay more attention to agriculture as a viable sector for job creation, a viable sector for economic transformation. And I'm excited to be here today to see the unfolding of this event in Uganda. We started this journey in 2021 with our IUT Africa Challenge, and that has a big ticket prize of $500,000 for 3 winners, each totaling $1.5 million. And the goal of that project is really to look at innovation that is already at the point of scaling. And so we're looking at those who have actually tested their innovation for at least 5 years and are now ready to scale it to the next level. But most importantly, we believe that those innovators will also provide a form of inspiration to other young people who are trying to start their journey. In 2022, we launched the country-level competition. And that was also focused at young people who are at the idea stage, but have tested their concept and now need a lot of hand-holding and support. To further support this country-level competition, we established a partnership with MIT Solve, where we also brought in MIT Solve to provide mentorship and technical support to a group of young winners. We've seen young Africans innovate, but we also know that context for innovation is key, but so is the technical capacity as well. So through the MIT Solve partnership, we're able to bring together the context and the knowledge of the young people, as well as global best practice to the table. We are excited as Heifer, and I think I am most excited to see that Ayute in Uganda is a collaboration between critical stakeholders in the country who share the passion of creating meaningful jobs for young people, but of also seeing the agricultural sector as a champion sector, holding huge potential for economic transformation, job creation, and sustainable livelihood. And with that in mind, I'm just excited, and I want to thank you all for being a part of this community. Thank you all for inspiring me. I'm already taking my photos, and I'm already uploading them online, and I'm already sharing. And so I look forward to seeing what comes out of this. As I round up, I want to speak to the 6 finalists. And I want you to know that Heifer has spent 48 years in Africa. When we dig deep to do something as an organization, we are in it for the long haul. We're not thinking about a ticket price, we are thinking of a pipeline. And we're thinking of a long-term program that can enable us to nurture technology and innovators and continue to crowd in more tech innovators. So as you join this family, whether you win or not, please take note that Heifer will continue to provide opportunities at the regional level and country level to support your entrepreneurial journey. So thank you all very much. Thank you for such a wonderful event.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming to 9. Okay, that was not part of my talk. But it's coming to 9. I want to take this moment with Ifedi's context. Honorable Minister, I'm sure now you see where we are going. Without any further ado, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the State Minister of Agriculture in our country to come and address us about this particular conversation we're having. Round of applause as we welcome the Minister. You're so much welcome, sir. Your speech today, it's government commitment and direction. Thank you so much, sir.
Good to see you. Thank you. Heifer International Senior Vice President for Africa, Ms. Adesua Ifedi, the Country Director, Heifer International, Uganda, my auntie, my jaja, the former Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Fred Bueno Chakulaga, the Minister of State for Agriculture and a Member of Parliament. I represent the people of Chiguru North in Iganga District, Busoga sub-region. I greet you, I bring you warm greetings from the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, and particularly from my senior colleague, Honorable Frank Tumebaze, who is the Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. I also bring you warm greetings from My other two colleagues, Honorable Bright Ramirama and Honorable Helen Adoa, as well as from the staff of the ministry. I'm delighted to join this evening. And I wish, first of all, to salute Heifer International and its partners on this occasion as you announce and reward the winners of our Youth Africa Challenge in Uganda. Development and application of cutting-edge innovation is what will serve as the driving force for the improvement of the agriculture sector in our motherland, Uganda. My ministry, as you are aware, has the vision of a competitive, profitable, and sustainable agriculture sector. And our mission is to transform subsistence farming into commercial agriculture. And from what I can see, the Youth Africa Challenge Uganda fits right within these vision and mission statements of my ministry. This challenge has been and is a building block towards transforming the agriculture sector in our country, strengthening the youth who hold the future of this sector in their hands. The challenge may have few winners, but we believe that all the youth, I'm told more than 250 of them who applied were challenged to package their ideas in a competitive manner, leaving them much as not winners in this contest, but in the actual sense as better entrepreneurs, farmers, and businessmen and women. This is a great indication world over that the wave is for the youth. And when we see the young people in Uganda stepping up to ride these waves of change, it goes to show that we are heading in the right direction. The hands-on nature of this challenge is, as such, furthermore lauded, and it took the betterment of agriculture out of the boardrooms in the field, as it ought to be. As you are aware, the years 2020, 2021, and 2022 have not been simple years. All of you are aware of the challenge of COVID-19, but you are also aware of the dry weather spells which caused a drop in food production. And you are aware of the political issues across the globe, most especially the Russia-Ukraine war, which created artificial demand of raw materials. All these can be mitigated if we innovate solutions that increase productivity of our land, Uganda, which is well endowed. As we are aware, our country is such a gift from God. As we talk, we are using only 35% of our arable land, leaving 65% out there for anybody to use. Through this challenge, we are not only incubating agri-tech startups, but also bringing together a powerful ecosystem of investors, marketplace experts, and government stakeholders to galvanize action and bring together everybody to market scalable solutions that can help boost farmers' incomes and harness the full potential of digitization. To all the winners, I first of all congratulate you on this very big achievement. However, I also challenge you to take advantage of this opportunity and make it work for you as individuals. Uganda, like much of East Africa, is heavily dependent on agriculture. I hope you are aware that in Uganda, more than 75% of us depend on agriculture directly. And in East Africa, actually it is even more than 80%. Approximately 300 million population works in the agriculture sector. This means that you have a huge market to tap into not only in Uganda, but also across the region. The government of Uganda strongly believes that the youth have power to drive change with the digital innovations that can promote sustainable developments and build a better future for our country. Today, once again, I'm delighted to see the final products from these winning teams. The winners of the challenge will not be the last ones, of course, to benefit from such sectoral synergy. As the sector leaders, we pledge our continuous support towards such efforts aimed at empowering the young people, to give them a helping hand as they break forth, building on the foundation to forge new and better ways to make a mark on the economic fabric of our motherland. To the rest of the youth who participated, the successful man will profit from his mistakes and try it again in a different way. See you again next year. You can make it. And for those that never participated, I know you're out there. You are either watching or you are participating in one way or another. I invite you to come and participate. Thank you, Heifer International, for this very beneficial initiative. Let us come back in 2023 to reward yet another round of excellent innovators. Ultimately, we are all better for it, for God and my country. I'll now say that I'm eager to see the climax. And I don't want to spoil the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. A round of applause to the Honorable Minister. Now that the government has given us assurance that we seem to be in the same direction, we have started now the awards. In this entire journey, we have had the Master Judge for the Ayuti Africa Challenge. I'm going to invite these three people just with a 5-minute talk, just briefly to give us an insight on how we got to where we are today in terms of aggregating who wins and who gets at what level. Let me welcome the Master Judge from where he's seated, and that is Judge Apollo Segawa for the Ayuti Challenge Uganda and the CEO of CAROD, to share with us in 5 minutes what this experience has been like as a Master Judge, from the word go, where we started from, to where we are today. Yes, Judge Segawa.
Thank you very much, MC. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The Honorable Minister, the Country Director, Heifer, the entrepreneurs here and the competitors, and my fellow judges. Just to welcome you all. It's not been easy getting where we are today. Having started this journey over a month ago with 20 finalists that were presented to us. Heifer International and its partners
seem to have made it the toughest judging competition we've ever had to endure because of the quality of innovation that came before us. From what we call the Jesus of agriculture, turning water from thin air down to locally made pumps, innovative weed control, online butcheries, the list is endless. I think the judges, my fellow judges, can attest to the fact that Uganda is full of innovations. Really, this is the time to tell our Honorable Minister that the government needs to come in big. The over 200 applicants are all potential entrepreneurs and they deserve to be supported. So we need to ensure that there is enough to go around so that we're not looking at 6 winners, but 50, 100 every year. And if we work together, I'm sure this can happen. So it was tough, but as with any competitions, we always have winners and losers. And today we want to award and applaud those who excelled beyond others. It doesn't mean that those who didn't make it losers in any way. Famnera here is ready to work with you. The incubators in the country are ready to mentor you and provide you facilities and hand-holding in our various centers. Us at Churad are ready to support you, lead you to markets, provide you production facilities, and lead those who are in primary production to markets. So don't lose heart. Look at this as just the beginning. The journey starts now. If you're serious with your business, the incubators, Churad, and the others are here for you. We're ready to work with you, and we're ready to take you to the next level.
Okay.
At this point, I think I'll hand over to you, but
kindly invite Judge Zilla there.
I'd like to hand over to Judge Zilla to give us her perspective of how this went down. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Apollo. I'm called Zilla Arach Mary, co-founder and Chief Product Officer at Easy Agric. It was tough. It's very tough to choose the best from the best. And it took us a lot of back and forth, scrutinizing from business plans, impact of the different innovations. The talent that was selected was exceptional. At the beginning of the challenge, we saw the 20 finalists come on stage and pitch. And by the time we selected the best 6, these innovators had transformed. From scary innovators fearing to pitch to very confident innovators ready to take on Uganda, Africa, and the world. And it's my pleasure that we have been part of the judges trying to make this possible. And I'd like to say thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible. And just like Chamagara said, we are glad to have the government here make a commitment that the national pie can reach many of the youth and the innovations here can transform the country. We are glad to be part of this. And Easy Agric, in its own capacity, has contributed to making this possible. Up to date, we have worked with over 300,000 farmers and youth across the country to promote the vision of innovation and technology in Uganda. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best, and to the innovators. It has been a pleasure watching you grow, watching you pitch and become very confident, and I'm very sure that you're going to be employing so many people in the future. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Round of applause for judges. Now, when it gets to tallying, let's have a look at this video on the screen as we welcome Mr. John Walabiechi from RSM RSG Eastern Africa, RSM.
Experience the power of being understood. RSM, Audit, Tax and Consulting for the Middle Market.
The guest of honor, the Minister of State for Agriculture, Mr. Bwina Fred Chagulaga, the partners who were involved in this exercise, Heifer International, Equity Bank, Mastercard, Famnera, and NTV. We also can't forget the participants of the Ayute Challenge. As somebody said before, you're all winners. My name is John Walabiechi. I'm the managing partner of RSM Eastern Africa. RSM Eastern Africa is part of RSM International, which is one of the leading audit, tax, and consulting firms operating over 123 countries, employing over 51,000 staff across the globe. In Uganda, we set up our offices and entered this market, this vibrant market of young people, in 2014. And since then, we've been growing from strength to strength. Our goal is to be the advisor of choice to the middle market. What do I mean by this? We're looking at those growth-focused enterprises, such as the ones we'll be introduced to later on as we present prizes to the winners. These are the people whom we are after. These are the people that we focus on. When you come to RSM, there are three things that you should expect, and that is our brand promise, i.e., we are going to get it right the first time. We will guarantee to you delivery on time and scope. And finally, you have access to experienced leaders of our organization. Mr. Guest of Honor, I can't tell you how excited we were to be involved in this Ayute Challenge. What was it about? We want to identify the best of the best innovators in the agri-tech space. Technology is part and parcel of the world today, and at RSM, we cannot ignore that fact. Mr. Minister, you mentioned something about agriculture. Now, I'll be honest to you. It's extremely rare for me to be rubbing shoulders with a senior government official. But when presented such a chance, I also expressed my views, because I don't think there'll be another chance another time. Mr. Minister, you said that 65% of our land is not used at all, arable land. 35% only is what is being used today. I heard the things that you were saying that the government is doing. Now, apart from me being involved in this exercise and the food I eat, I have not been involved in agriculture at all. However, having been involved in this exercise, I'm now inspired. You listen to the stories of these young people, you listen to what they've been doing, and you're inspired. So the question in my mind is, Why can't we get it right? I hope this message from me, Mr. Walabiechi, somehow can reach to the policymakers to ensure that the 1% GDP that agriculture plays in this economy is eventually expanded. Because if we do that, then real lives of people will be improved. Mr. Guest of Honor, our role was to provide oversight to the process of identifying, vetting, and confirming the result. This was not easy. The judges have just told you that this was not easy. And in an environment such as we play in, where those who validate results are always under the microscope, it's obviously going to be a difficult process. Having said that, we were involved in the vetting process of all the applications. We watched those videos. We sat through all those presentations. We ensured, and most importantly, that the criteria that was used to get to the winners was followed to the letter. We even visited all these locations where these people were. We even went as far as confirming any registrations that were done at the Uganda Registration Services Bureau. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to report that nothing has come to our attention at RSM to suggest that this exercise was not conducted in a transparent, fair, and objective manner. We can confirm that the winners are indeed the winners, and hopefully there'll be no petitions coming through. And it's at this juncture that I'd like to thank you all, particularly Heifer International, who thought that we would be the trusted advisor to confirm this result. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Honorable Minister, the 1%. See, I'm a typical muntu I see what ufunira. Mr. Chwalabi has said the 1%, if we could just stretch it a little bit further, and in that, if we could have the youth included in that stretched percentage, we'll all be better. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to calm down your tensions because now we're going to start to see who has gotten what. And that said, I want to welcome once again Michael Wuma and Jose Sachs to just, calm down our tensions. Rub your neighbor, you say it is now the time. Just rub your neighbor at the back. Just tell them this is the moment we've all been waiting for. And please note that the judges are not going to announce, it's going to be announced on the screen. So it's going to be that easier. Michael Wuma and Jose Sachs. Applause to Michael and Jose Sachs. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Round of applause to them again. That was great. Now, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Let me request my team to play video number 5.
Give them knowledge on how to improve their farms, and we have then promoted ourselves to feedlotting, whereby we are fattening beef animals indoors at least majorly 120 days. The animals are ready for the market. Having 50 million, we are going to make sure that the brand is visible to our customers. We are going to make sure that the brand is promoted. We are going to look into increasing our sales by marketing, as well as bringing the brand to Ugandans, bringing in more branches to make sure that we increase the sales. As we increase the sales, the farmers are benefiting because we are buying from them. Mostly by the time we started promoting pastures, Uganda has had a lot of challenges with animals, especially the feeds. You find that animals are dying in terms of when there is a lot of drought, but people would have stored feeds and saved these animals from death. So when that came up, I saw there was an issue, a big issue in Uganda about pasture production, about the feeds. Then it encouraged us to come in and carve out this challenge, train the farmers, produce pasture seeds and supply to them. And by that, we saw what the farmers were going through. And as we were continuing the load, then we found out that we needed to have our own farm, because you don't preach what you don't practice. So as I tell you, the pastures are good, they're going to help your animals fatten, you're going to get more milk. So we needed to see ourselves doing it, and that encouraged us to start up a farm. The message I have for the youth that are business or are trying to join, try to run your race. Try to be that entrepreneur who want to see your company grow from a small company into a big company, and focus on that.
Nachijuka. Brian Nachijuka happens to be contestant number 5, and he wins 2.5 million Ugandan shillings. Congratulations, Brian. Well, Brian, you're going to stand right there. There is a lot more coming. This is, and I want to welcome, please hold the check. That is the money. 2,500,000 Ugandan shillings. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome the Secretary to NMG, Mr. Timothy Tamale, to come and congratulate you and award you that particular certificate there. So Brian takes home 2.5 million plus what Heifer promised, as well as Famnera and the other partners in this. Congratulations. And that certificate is equally yours. Well done. Aha. 5 to go. 5 to go. Let's have video number 4 play.
As an individual, I've
in 2016, doing fruit tree seedlings, basically grafting.
As an individual, I've come from a humble agriculture background, a farming family. I grew up, running after the cows, running after the goats, going to the plantations for crop. And until where I had the potential to start up my own initiative with my friends. Later I did my postgraduate studies from Israel, and I was specializing in livestock management, to be specific, dairy farming. And this is where I picked my inspiration. A very small country in a very dry and sandy area. Most people call it a desert, but when you get there you realize it's not actually a desert. They are producing on an average 42 liters of milk per cow per day, but they're in a desert. And then you'll find someone producing about 10,000 liters of milk a day from just 1 acre. And this is where the company also starts from. We sat down contemplating, how we can incorporate the systems in developed countries, and how can we bring them here in Uganda to be able to empower farmers in Uganda, especially with digitalized farming systems. We want to be able to reach out to more farmers, because one of the challenges we've had is, how do we get to the other farmers that don't know about our technology. With our system, a farmer is able to not only have records, kept, but is also guided by the system through warnings, through alerts, because already we have had good marketing through this training, through the adverts, and we already have farmers contacting us. So we believe we can still do impact with the few resources we have, just like we've been doing. The other youth in agriculture and agri-tech, the only advice I have for you is start.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have Brian Biaruhanga. He takes home 2.5 million prize. And let me welcome Mr. Kato George, Equity Bank. You never know, Equity Bank could actually even tell us something bigger here. You know, I'm a journalist, my job is to provoke. You never know. Clap for him, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Biaruhanga. Well done and congratulations with your team. Where is the other team member? Okay. Oh, they're here, they're here. Hey, this is the crew.
Okay. Mago, that the way you've provoked me.
Yes.
Like I said, everyone is the winner who participated, and the bank is ready to support all the youth who participated to ensure that they go through this and they improve it more and more. So all the 150, please, you meet Monica. Monica over there. Please meet her and we'll be able to support you. Thank you.
Yeah. See? That is Equity Bank. Well done. Thank you so much. Please, you need photographic picture, evidence. He has made a commitment. We need a picture which we need to refer to that day. That's it. Thank you so much, Equity Bank. All participants, kindly don't leave without Monica's contact. And see, when you provoke the banks, they come through. Let's have video number Jesus is Lord. Let's have video
The links, basically grafting citrus, mangoes, avocados, but besides that we used to do tomatoes as a side business. So along the way we used to experience issues of bacterial root Fusarium wilt. So sharing with experts, they assure us that there is no solution for that. The only way is to use resistant varieties. The hassle I went through doing my tomatoes and wilt, and finding out that there is no any chemical which can help me to solve that. But I remember that in our villages, we used to have our indigenous tomatoes, of which they don't wilt. So with the idea I have grafting fruit trees, so I boiled the idea to graft tomatoes. But if we can get 50 million, first of all, we have what we call trainings on our farm, but we would like to set up an agritourism farm by those who come. They have where to stay, because they can camp and stay for more than about 4 or 5 days. And that way it calls for us to get land where we can establish such a facility. I'm already benefiting from this, that is to say, after airing out the presentation I did, I have already received customers, meaning with or without, I'm already in the business. Where we're heading, we are seeing expand this beyond here in the Central Region. Currently, we're occupying or we're working within here in the Central Region, but with the time, we hope to scale up this beyond the boundaries of Central Region. Well, what I can tell other youth there that however small you are, however little investment you have, please start with where you are, with what you have. Because you can't start before you start. Better start now.
Segawa Sali, with or without. So Mr. Sali here takes 15 million Ugandan shillings. And I want to welcome Mr. William Matovu to come and hand over this prize to him. 15 million Ugandan shillings. His attitude was very clear. He said, with or without, regardless, we move. That's the man. You can give them the certificate. That's the crew. They have an award as well. Round of applause for Segawa. Well done. Thank you so much, Segawa, and thank you so much, Mr. Matovu. Are we ready for the last two? Just stand to your neighbor, say we have 3 to go. Who do you think? These innovations, in one way or the other, we have some online trollers who are supporting other parties. It's hard to host this kind of show because you see the results and you know the innovations, but at times you just want the judges, RSM, to do their job. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time we've all been waiting for to hear who could be the first runner in the Ayuti Challenge Uganda Edition 2022. Let me request for video 2 to play.
Skills, and we started training youth in solar technologies, which we have been doing since 2018. As an individual, I look forward to being the leading solar energy manufacturer in Uganda. As a company, we look forward to putting manufacturing plant that will be manufacturing these solar water pumps that will supply Uganda and all East Africa and Africa. If we get this to 15 millions, we shall put our own welding plant, we shall buy our own 3D printer, then the balance will work as operational costs. People are looking to work with me, those who saw us on TV. What inspired me was one of my trainee who came and trained in vegetable growing. She went after the training and started her garden, which was around 1 acre. When she started, sun started. So when we tried looking for solar pumps in the market, they were very expensive. Now we sat and actually asked ourselves, how can we empower? How can we help this training? That's how we came up with this innovation, and actually that will help millions of Ugandans. Youth in agri-tech, please keep working. People will actually recognize your work. And next year, if the opportunity is there, come and be part of the challenge.
John Charles Nwagaba. This gentleman comes from Fort Potro. And what you're seeing when he's around the water, you could be having issues with the safety. But he is on the way to make sure that it's a plug and play for the farmers. Wakura and Wagaba. Allow me at this time to welcome Miss Renita Nabisubi to come and congratulate him upon this achievement. So Charles takes home 30 million Ugandan shillings. Yep. Thank you so much, Ayuti. Thank you so much, our sponsors. Okay. Retina sent the other representative she had come with earlier on from, please. Thank you so much. That is a Mastercard Foundation. Thank you so much for believing in the dream. Thank you so much for empowering such young people. Chelsea. Hey. Perfect. These are typical farmer. We find solutions. Still with a Mastercard Foundation person. That's it. Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mastercard Foundation. So are we ready? To the very last one, are we ready? How ready are you? Give your neighbor a high five if you're ready. Just want to be sure what's coming through. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey has been quite intense. It has been emotional. In the field, when we traveled around this country, we saw a lot of dreams being nurtured, being held, a lot of dreams being, watered by different mentors. Today, we need to see who takes home 50 million Ugandan shillings. And not only that, with a lot of more capacity building and others, allowances that will come with that in form of capacity building, trainings, and, strategic positioning. Without any further ado, can I have the lights first go off, Kwanza? Just want feel it now? You feel it now? Let's have video one play.
As an individual, I started my company called Uga Innovations in 2021, looking at converting fuel-dependable tractors into electric tractors because I wanted to have an impact on so farmers can find it so accessible, cheaply, and affordable. I look at how electrical car manufacturing company in the next 20 years here in Uganda. A company that can change things, that without adding anything like fumes to the atmosphere that cause global warming or greenhouse effect. If I get enough research so that I improve in the components that they keep using in conversion of these tractors, and also do a number of researches and guidances from our judges to see that I actually bring out the best that can match with the global standards. The effect fossil fuels are creating today, global thing that I can actually continue on the climate. The youth must understand that the next urgent thing globally, or the next goal, will be food. Food continues to get scarce and scarce globally. And so, if you want to be the next billionaire, invest in food. And secondly, never mind about where you came from and so on. On anything, just begin and keep going.
Draka. This is our winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's clap until he gets here. Congratulations, Sadrak. Well done. Well done. A dream came true. A dream came true. Let's clap for him immensely, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hang in there. Sadrak is a very emotional guy, but yay. You guy. Okay. I want to welcome the country director, Heifer International. Let me welcome the senior vice president of Heifer programs in Africa to come. Let me welcome as well and Ms. Nabisubi to come, the Minister of State of Agriculture to come, Let me invite Equity Bank to come up here. Let me invite Mr. Timothy Ntale from NMG to equally come up here, and the CEO of Famnera, as well as the managing partner, RSM Eastern Africa, to come and congratulate our winner, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause again to our winner. As we wait for them to come, let him talk to us. Come and talk to us. What does this mean to you and your entire region and the vision?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My message specifically may not go to the elders who are here, but to the youth who are going to listen to me. I was a street kid for a full year in Agushire, and I went to campus and loan scheme, higher education. Future. Thank you.
Congratulations, Monday. It means the rest, the ladies with the other words, we can stand on the other side for purposes of archives. We can either give them to, Perfect. This is the moment. Round of applause again to Monday. Sadrick, congratulations and well done. Well done. A UT Africa Challenge 2022. This is our winner. He goes home with 50 million Ugandan shillings in a prize and a lot more other capacity that will be given to him. That said, ladies, let's clap for him again. Hey, Monday, make sure you get the business card of each one of them. You never know. You never know. That is it. We need another picture with the minister for archive purposes. What a song. Thank you, DJ. Finally, you came through. Congratulations, Mandy. Congratulations, Mandy. Okay, DJ, just a minute. As we're getting ready to listen to the great artist of this country, Irene Ntale, let me welcome all the contestants to come up to get a picture with the minister and the key partners. Mrs. Nabisubi, again, I'm going to request you stay with us here, please. Apologies. All contestants, please come up. All contestants, all the winners. Even those who didn't, please come. You never know. Now, DJ, you can be playing that song as they come. Please, all of you come up. Where are the other contestants? Okay. Thank you. DJ, thank you. Great thanks to our great sponsors and partners. In a special way, I want to thank the NMG group. I want to thank NTV in particular. Thank you so much, Mr. Molo, for being visionary about this. Thank you so much, NMG. Thank you so much, Famnera. Thank you so much, Equity Bank. Thank you so much, Mastercard Foundation. Heifer International, thank you so much. And not forgetting you, the great participants. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to tell you a story of a beautiful young lady. In our country, we take long to find people who sing to our hearts, people who sing our usual conversations. As Omuntu Awansi, I really love those artists. The next performance on stage, an artist who broke the airwaves a few years ago, and in one of her songs that was called Jobera, there was something to do with the Rolex. And that took the whole of my generation and the others. And over the years, she's evolved in a global icon. She has represented Uganda here and abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the magnificent, talented, titanium artist, Irene Ntali. Round of applause. If you don't know how to sing, you don't know what this means when you're an artist. She's getting ready. You know the guitar is not from here. These things come from Italy. They need to be well aligned. So to those of you who know her for her great performance, I'm going to request that the entire team could actually give us a good feed. And those online, by the way, I've not forgotten about you. I want to thank our friends who have been online, tweeting, and on the YouTube, all your comments. We really want to thank you so much. But be the solution in your community. In agriculture, each one of us must have at least a small farm. If you're in the city, please start something small. Ladies and gentlemen, the princess seems to be ready. Bamufako, this is what you do when you're an artist. There is a team that takes care of you, but when you're a journalist, there is a team that runs with you every now and again. Life is no balance. But regardless, you're here. So, here we have another great farmer in another way, in the world of arts. And she's going to be performing with the jazz maestro, that is Jose Sax. Good to have you, Irene. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me see those hands together. Come on. Take it, mukwano gwe gombesa sikiza ekwate ekuba ne bweyika akasana ne kechanga teri chincha kutwaukanya buli kadde obera bize nesimu onyika bize gwe noŋŋamba mbere ize bambi kyusamu kati mikwano gyogigambe gyonoomota abakutwalira ode hani bateekeko kwota baby committing okoye taimoteboyo chikoye pakata kamala okubera nawe chenjagala sinamulana yense muchalawo kubare wasalawo usaba chusa planizo walero chakalambewo nesonze tokulaga muyendi nawo. Ladies and gentlemen, Jose, come on. Abakutwalira ode hani bateekeko kwota leero nkubukinze. Are we good? If you know any of the songs, welcome to sing along. In a love affair, undisputed. Once he went to to the undefeated. Ladies, to winning, to leading, now we're rally for to ready. Try to get down to marching, so stay with me. If you stay with me, I could love you long. Swear not, now cause I'm not. Love we have been young, Shetakoma. If you stay with me, I could show you better. Jacuo. Your love's so magical, won't quite on infinitical. Sometimes I wonder, rolling the couch and together. You're my full-time agenda. Love you, it is so tender. Come a little closer, closer, closer. If you stay with me, I could love you long. So better not, cause I'm not. Love you, Fenya, Tetakama. Love if you stay with me, I could show you better. Jacuo. Are we good? Waliwo omwana wesondo kotana zenga sebaka analalila waliwo olusi remalabanabana dengukumuka densisimuka emmambya olusi kenanesala gandiawo echokolane chibula Ndolindaba Rendi kulaba Vanitsulaba Ndolindaba Rendi kulaba Vanitsulaba Sonyala zego peipize Gankubye kubye Bulira kati Rona kachi Inawe pokola ninaomanike Ninawe chikoko Ninawe chinyama Baby unchagana chikuwe Ninaona kasi Ninawe puka Ninawe putsa Ninawe keche Baby onora kachi Idoli naba Rendi kulaba Valitsulaba Oh, nindoli naba Rendi kulaba Valitsulaba Oralelo Byokunya nina winji Ralelo baby Koba choyenda Ralelo Dimumutu ya kulavinga Ralelo baby Yonana bikuwa Swala joya gala Yonana bikuwa Swala joya gala Zenda bikuwa Ninaona katini na epuka ninaoeputa ninaoenkeche baby unaolia kachi Are we good? The way you touch my body Oh, one day you're gonna kiss somebody Two years beside me, sickle Better not in all the zule It go down where we sit Step on it all like a mother hero Only designer, only now, only she much on my hands to die He go down on the night He go down on the night Closer, they don't touch them, say yeah, quicker. Down when I come closer. So give me your busy body. You know you can. Daniela Kunze, Zedina, Zena, Tuli Kumulama, Abatula Bandaba, Chosen Avicii. Give me some. He go down, he go down, he go down when I come closer. Yeah, no touching to yeah, he go down when I come closer. Yeah, no touching to yeah, da 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 da.